Good Friday morning, Mount Olive family, friends of Mount Olive Church. I hope everyone's had a good week this week. Friday's here. Made it through another work week. So I hope everyone has had a chance to watch Pastor TJ's message from Sunday and the other brothers' devotions this week. There's really good stuff in those. So if you haven't watched any of those yet, I hope you take time to do so. So a point that really stuck out to me from Pastor's message was wise men come to Jesus by faith. And the dictionary defines faith as complete trust or confidence in someone or something. And I found this quote by Charles Spurgeon that I really, really like. It says, "My faith rests not in what I am or shall be or feel or know, but what Christ is and what he has done and what he is doing in me." And it's nothing that we have done or can do. It's all what Christ has done and is doing in each of us. And we cannot do anything without him. It's all him. So the author of Hebrews tells us in chapter 11, verse 1, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." True faith in God is trusting completely in him, having total confidence in him, total reliance on him in every aspect of our life, obeying him fully even when we do not understand why this or that happens. And in verse 6 of the same chapter of Hebrews tells us that, "But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." If we want to please God, we must have total and complete faith in him, not just going through the motions or just cooperating with him and his commands. It is a total devotion to him and him alone. Now we also see in Hebrews chapter 11 what many have coined the hall of faith. All of these people listed in this chapter, Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, and Rahab. And if you look at what they all have in common, what they all should be remembered for, not because of anything they did in this world, not anything they accomplished or said, but because of their total faith in God. And Pastor TJ pointed out Sunday that faith really takes four key elements: commitment, courage, concentration, and cause. And the Eastern Standard Version translation of Hebrews 10:39 says, "But we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who have faith and preserve their souls." Faith takes commitment. We have to be dedicated in our faith. Just as those who are married are committed to our spouses, we have a much larger commitment to Christ, our bridegroom, who will return for his bride. And we have to be wholly and totally committed to God, his word, and keeping his commands. We have to have total dedication and devotion to him, casting off the old coat and putting on the new coat of God. And faith in God takes courage. It takes a lot of courage to cast aside the things of this world and be in total submission to him, to go to that altar. It takes courage. It really does. That's a hard one to explain to people, the courage it takes to go to the altar and just give it all to him. And I would argue that this day and time, it takes a little more courage than ever, as the church is constantly being criticized and scrutinized. People are watching how the church is and is going to react to the things that are unfolding right in front of us. And faith takes concentration. Again, this day and time with technology and the world itself, it's so easy to become distracted and lose focus on him. And that's where I found myself Sunday morning, distracted with life and the things of this world. So we have to stay focused on the prize. Just as in the Bible we see, we must stay focused on the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. And lastly, so what is the cause of our faith? Jesus is the cause of our faith because he came to this earth as an innocent, dependent baby, took on human form, and died on the cross for you and I. He died for our faith. He is worthy of our faith above all. He is the author and the finisher of our faith. He made and makes our faith complete, just as John 3:16 tells us. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your Friday, good weekend this weekend, and we'll see you Sunday.